It's ridiculous, it really is, honestly ridiculous. Sorry about this, guys. I'm actually going to drill some holes into this. Oh, there we go, this one's actually going to come off, I think. It seems a bit excessive, this. Hey everyone, Andy Sykes here, and I'd like to welcome you to my new studio and my new YouTube channel. I've decided to go on a new adventure and take you guys with me, and in that adventure I'm going to make some really cool mountain bike and technology content. I'll be working on mountain bike reviews, how-tos, ride guides, and even some technology reviews too. But to set us off in the right direction, I've got something really cool to show you, something that I paid with my own money. It's my brand new Orbea Rise M20, a lightweight EMTB that I really cannot wait to unbox. Let's get into this. Hey, so in my studio for the first time for my first ever unboxing. Well, my first ever unboxing on this channel. Now this is going to be a bit different for me because usually in the past, in my previous job, brands would send me bikes directly from their factory or from their distribution center in the UK. And that would mean a bike would come in their packaging. So in this case, an Orbea box. But this is a bit different. I bought this bike from Leisure Lakes and the bike came directly from them after they had PDI'd it, and that means a pre-delivery inspection. This bike should almost be ready to ride. So this will be interesting because not only is it in a different kind of packaging, but this bike should almost be ready to ride too. So we're going to check that out. What I'm interested in here is how much packaging is actually in here. Obviously, we need to think green these days. If there's too much rubbish in here, we need to call these guys out. Also, we need to make sure that the bike is in good condition. This might be the most affordable Orbea Rise, but it still cost me £5,600, and that is a sizable amount of money. Anyway, enough waffle, let's get in the box. All right, so let's get into this unboxing. As you can see, I've already cracked the seal because I really couldn't wait to get in this box. And there she is, my Orbea Rise, waiting to be unpacked. And so far, to be honest, I don't see much in the way of packaging, which is a good thing because it means less waste. We've got a bit of cardboard there, we've got a little bit of plastic there, bubble wrap around the frame. So all good, that looks pretty good. Okay, so let's see what's inside the box. Now, here is the front wheel. Now, this is quite impressive because this is the yellow labeled Maxxis. Now, some of you may not know this, but generally when it comes to a bike and that comes directly from a manufacturer, you get white label Maxxis tires. Now, according to Maxxis, according to the manufacturers, there's no difference between white label and yellow label tires. But I found in my time testing bikes that the yellow label tires, the aftermarket tires, are much harder wearing. So this is great. I'm also really happy to see the fact that this is a dissector. That's a mint tire. It's weird that it's on the front though. Because it is winter, what I will be doing is probably changing the tires on the Orbea Rise anyway. So I'll probably put the dissector on the rear, maybe put a Shorty or a Magic Mary on the front. But anyway, there's the front wheel. It comes with these black plastic spacers. They're always really tight as well. Okay, I'll have to leave those on. But they're there to protect the discs. I can see that these discs are a cheaper Shimano OE version. These might be the resin pad only discs actually. Something worth checking actually. There should be a sticker on there. There isn't, but usually there's a sticker on there to say whether they're resin only or not. But anyway, that's the front wheel. We've also got in here a box. Check out this. This is the Leisure Lakes kit box. Important stuff inside. It's a bit squished there because I took it out the box ham-fistedly. Oh look, family run since 1981, the year I was born. All right. Okay, this is cool. This is the PDI checklist. No, it's not. It's not a PDI check. Oh, it is. What is this? This is a checklist. So the receipts in here, warranty documents, PDI card. So there is a PDI card in there. So apparently this bike is ready to ride. I've got a 4-week cycle plan, pedal spanner. So there's a couple of tools in here too. I've got a few bits and bobs. I've got a pedal spanner, which is nice. I've got a basic Allen key tool there. I've got some booklets. Right, this is cool. This tool here is to unclip the wires safely from the motor and also the display. Well, actually my bike doesn't have a display, but this is a special tool. You can see it's got a little hook on the end there, and that's for pulling out the wires without damaging them. That's quite cool too. This is, oh cool, a sag indicator. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So this is designed for a 210 by 50 shock. I believe that the bike, the shock on the Rise is a 210 by 55 though. So this might not be any use, but anyway, it's a cool little tool. I've not seen one of those before. Also got my charger. I got a valve there so I can go tubeless. Instructions there for my Fox suspension plug. And loads more bits and bobs. And I've got some assembly, I think that's carbon installation paste, I think. Yeah, so that's kind of a gritty paste. And if you've got any carbon components, you put that on there so you don't need to over tighten them and it stops things from moving. It's good for grips, it's good for like twist lockouts and stuff, or you know, seat posts as well. That's pretty cool stuff. So this will be useful on the seat post because the frame on the Rise is carbon fiber. And yeah, that's it. Sweet. I've got a box of goodies. I got a front wheel. Let's check out my bike. Here she is, the bike itself. The Orbea Rise M20, all bubble wrapped up. There's nothing else in there. So what I'll do is I'll just magic this out of the way. Oh right, so the box is magicked away and here she is, my Orbea Rise M20. I've gone for the blue one because that was the only one they had in stock in a size large. I'm 178 centimeters tall. I tend to ride larger bikes around 475, 480 mil reach. Not sure what this is. I think it's 475, so it's like bang on the money for me. It looks like it's got like a 50 mil stem, so I might drop that to a 35, but my plan is to put it together as it is, ride it, and test it, and upgrade from there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the bike in the stand, and to do that, we need to raise the dropper post. So this should pop up. Boom, ba-da! Now, we're gonna pop this in here. The best thing to do really would be, in fact I'm going to do it, get some bubble wrap or a cloth, wrap that around here to protect it, and then put it in the jaws. Make sure your jaws have got a nice bit of rubber on there so you don't damage anything. This is all new, so I'm not really too worried. And you don't need to put it too tight because it can slide down, the saddle can stop it from moving about. And there we are, the bike is in the stand, ready to be built. Let's get some of this bubble wrap off. Also, another thing that's worth remembering, while you're undoing everything and you're fastening everything together, like putting this handlebar onto the stem, don't over tighten anything just yet, because the chances are you put your handlebar on, tighten it up, get it down on the ground, it won't be in the right position. You'll have to sort out the roll. So just pop it in finger tight, just so it's not wobbling around. So we need a 4mm Allen key so we can undo these bolts and put the handlebar in. And check out my tool case. That is so nice, isn't it? This is a Junior Pro tool case, has everything in here. Well, pretty much everything that you need to put a bike together, and there's a 4mm. I'm gonna use my engineer's eye to see if that's right. Let's check that. Oh yeah, check it out. 4mm, perfect. Okay, what I like to do is keep one bolt inside the front of the stem. And that means I can just quickly pop that up here, pop the face on, quickly get one bolt in. Like I say, it doesn't need to be tight. And that kind of holds it in place while I reach for the other bolt. Now, if you bought this from Orbea, you could actually pay extra and spec a display on here. Because I bought mine directly from a bike shop, I didn't have that option. What I do have, I have the controller to change the modes. And I have this little doodad here, and that's kind of a Bluetooth little LED light thing. So descriptive. It's an LED light box, and basically on here this will tell me the battery level in here. I believe it's got green and red lights. The red means there's 20% left. To be honest, that's not enough really, but what you can do, the good thing is, because it's all Bluetooth, if you've got the Shimano app on your phone, you can connect to that, and then you can actually see the battery percentage on your phone, so you don't really need to worry about running out of power. But yeah, what else have we got in here? We've got some nice grips. I think these like an Orbea own brand grip. I'm not sure what brand those are. SLX shifter. No brand bar and stem as far as I can tell. Oh no, it looks like it's an Orbea own brand bar and stem. I've got a nice bell and Shimano Dior brakes, but more than likely we'll change those later at a later date. But it looks nice clean cockpit on there. As well as the carbon frame, it's got these carbon steerer spacers, which are nice. I mean, usually you'd get plastic or aluminium. Carbon fiber is kind of a nice touch. Doesn't really make any difference to the bike at all. It just looks nice, and it's just a nice added value. When you spend so much money on a bike, these things make a difference. Another one is the Physique saddle. I wasn't expecting that. That's a really good saddle, really nice saddle. To get that on the affordable version of the bike is really nice. This is my M20 Rise. As you can see, it's got a really beautiful finish on it. It's really nice. I'm not sure if you can see it in this light, but it's almost marbled blue finish, and you can just kind of make out where the weave is. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera. I'm sure in the daylight it's going to look absolutely stunning, but it looks amazing in here too. So we've got this gloss finish at the front, and it goes into this matte at the rear. Looks good, looks really good. Loving this, all this rubber along the back. That should make sure that it's nice and quiet while we're riding. Really, really neat. Happy to see again, Yellow Wall Maxxis tire on there. It is a Recon though, so that's not going to be very useful at this time of year in the UK. So like I say, I'll probably put the dissector from the front onto the rear. But like I say, what a beautiful finish. Really, really nice. So like I say, this is the M20 version, so I've got a Fox Float DPS Evol rear shock on there, and I've got a Fox 34 on here too. Now I have to say, I'm a big fan of the Fox 34, but this is not the Grip 2 damper. This is the standard grip damper. So it'll be interesting to see how good that is. Because this is the M20 model and it's the most affordable version, this is actually a lighter weight build. It's got 140mm travel front and rear. With a Fox 34, that builds up a lighter bike. Orbea actually offer this bike with a 36 on it with 150mm travel on the front and 140mm on the rear. My plan is, as I say, is to ride it as it is in this standard specification and then upgrade over time. Really good looking bike. Love these E13 cranks. This is the Shimano RS motor. Now this is a specific motor for the Orbea Rise. It's only on the Orbea Rise and it's been made in cooperation with Shimano. There's no difference between this EP8 and a normal EP8, except this has an RS logo on there, and the firmware has been locked to 60 Newton meters. The standard EP8 has 85 Newton meters, which is a lot. And to be honest, even on big heavy e-bikes, I tend to detune my motor to around 25 Newton meters and put it in eco, and that's enough for climbing. Gives you a lot of range too. I'm hoping with this it's going to be the same. It's so much lighter than a standard e-bike thanks to that teeny 360 watt hour battery, I think. Anyway, let's get the wheel on. This is a quick release, and what I'm really happy to see here is that, I'm going to bring this over to show you. Look at that, look how greasy that is. That's well good. Can you see that, yeah? So sometimes when bikes get sent directly from the manufacturer or a distribution center, these are bone dry. To see that Leisure Lakes have actually greased that ready for me to put my wheel in is really good. Yeah, it's a small thing, but what if you don't have any grease? What if you're new to mountain biking and you don't have any tools or anything? to have that already done and ready for you, that's really nice. Okay, interesting thing for you. Let me get the other camera. As you could see, that was quite tricky to pull that off. And look at that. I've managed to pull off the end cap for my hub. Again, I know this. Pulled both end caps off there. So I know that this is not a problem. But if you were new to mountain biking, if you were sent this and you were just thinking, put the wheel on, get ready to ride, you might not realize that end caps are missing. But they're just here. They're just there. They're stuck on the end of this thing. So they were so tight, the end caps have pulled off. But just keep that in mind. Let me bring that up to light so you can see it. See, the end caps have pulled off. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's not an issue, but it would be an issue if you pulled this off with the end, took the end caps off, put the wheel in there and threw these away. That would be a big issue. So, crikey. That is super tight. Okay, so I'm still struggling to get these end caps off this plastic. It's ridiculous, really is, honestly ridiculous. Sorry about this, guys. I'm actually going to drill some holes into this. Oh, there we go, this one's actually going to come off, I think. It seems a bit excessive, this. Hey, just keep in mind, I've built many bikes over the years. Many bikes. There's no reason, I've never experienced this. Okay, hallelujah. We finally got the piece off. There we go, I've got all the bits off the for the end of the hub. But now I'm gonna have to reassemble it all now. So this little ring annoyingly has popped off here. So I need to put that on. And because I've been handling everything so much, all the grease has come off. So I'm gonna have to re-grease everything as well. But luckily, I have some good quality grease. Peter's bicycle assembly grease. Very good grease. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is not ready to ride. Should just be able to get it right. And as you can see, it's all adjusted now. And if we get my microphone, you see here it's just a little bit of a rub here and there, but way better than it was. Alright, so it took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but it's finally taking shape. Let's check out these gears. Let's see if those gears work. Look at that. So there we have it, my Orbea Rise unboxing. It didn't go quite as smoothly as I hoped. That front hub really has annoyed me. The fact that those plastic spacers are put in so tightly, hammered in obviously, that I had to actually drill them out is insane. Also, I was quite disappointed that the front brake alignment wasn't perfect, and also the gears needed a little bit of adjustment. But as I say, I've unboxed loads of bikes, I've checked loads of bikes, I have a Cytec, I know how to PDI a bike, so that's fine, I can do this. But could you do that? That's the problem. If you bought this bike expecting it to be ready to ride and you had those same issues, would you know how to do it? If you didn't, well, that's not on. That's why we pay these shops so much money to have these bikes ready. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it took a little bit longer and it wasn't as smooth as we hoped with that front hub problem, but the bike is almost ready to ride. All I need to do now is tighten the handlebar, make sure the brake levers are at the position I like, and also Invisiframe it. Because it's winter, it's very muddy and gritty out there, and I really don't want to ruin this beautiful glossy finish. So I will be installing an Invisiframe kit. If you want to know how to watch my upcoming video, which I'll record and upload very soon. If you've got any questions about the Orbea Rise or anything about the studio or have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon in my next videos. Goodbye.